So, Sketchbox, June 2026. This is my little reference for the supplies that came in the box. It was 3D Oilac premium box. So all of those goodies, if you haven't seen the box opening, check it out. I'll link it. And we are going in this video to do some more deep dive, explore mixed media opportunities, because I did find that they acted more like an acrylic, I would say, in my opinion, although they're supposed to be a mix of oil, acrylic, and watercolor. And in mixed media, it's always fat over lean, so oil would always go last. And I just wanted to kind of explore and see how oily these are. Is just a little bit of oil gonna prevent other mediums from going on top? And so I have a few to try here, and I may have more than this. This is just an example. Got some Jane Davenport markers here, some acrylic paint pens, some colored pencils, some Neocolor 2 water soluble. Then I have the Neocolor 1. I anticipate those should go over quite easily. And then some Pitt pens as well, Faber-Castell. And if I find anything else I want to try while I'm at it, I will do that. So this is the sketchbook I'm going to use for this testing, and it is extra heavyweight paper, cold press, so pretty nice. And I am going to do, I think, just a few different, try to make them relatively the same thumbnail sketches in here. And see, and then let that dry. And I'm gonna try with I think I'm gonna put some gesso over it in a couple, and maybe some gel medium, and then try different applications. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's have a close-up look. Get out of the way, cord. There's that one, and that one. And then we can see this one has lots of extra texture. Now that these are dry, we can take the washi off and see how well it did. Got a little bit of seepage there and there, but for the purpose, this is sufficient. Yeah, so this one in this top right, I painted a very thin layer of white gesso over, and then I freaked out. I'm like, it's covering it up, and I was wiping half of it off. So there's a minimal layer of white gesso on top of there. The middle one here is covered with a thin layer of gel medium. And this top left one has a thin layer of clear gesso. These two, I just thought I should have a couple extra. None of these are exactly the same, but you get the idea. I was trying to go relatively similar, and I was going kind of fast and furious. Just put it down. And so I'll try a couple different mediums. They're small, so I have two there. And then this one, I try to lay on extra thick to see how that affects whether or not we can put things on top of it as well. Let's see, what should we try first? Let's try some Pitt markers. Get some grass here. It's not doing too bad. The tree's a little thicker. These are India ink. I don't think I'm going to be going for anything spectacular, but, well, am I ever? Come on. I just want to see how these work, but I do want it to kind of look like something. Now let's go over to the really thick one and see. Surprisingly, I feel like it's going on. I mean, maybe we have to come back and check later when everything's dry. Get some more, maybe some green in these. That doesn't look spectacular. It's pretty translucent. Like there's not much showing up on the really thick orange. But what do you expect from this marker? Do we have anything different with the white gesso? I'm going to try not to do too many places because then I might not be able to do something else over it and might be affected by it, but we're just trying to do a little bit light green in the grass. And then we have the gel medium still in frame here. Just going to add some pretend grasses all over in our India ink medium, which is not super opaque, but it does seem to be working. Wow, look at that. The red is showing up. Some red in the bushes. I'm surprised. Ooh, we got a nice deep color coming through on the white gessoed surface. The gel medium. I mean, I could even be putting in flowers here. So, shockingly, the red is showing up really well. Maybe my green was just too light. This is May green, which it did show up, but I can't even tell where I put it here. It's disappeared on the thicker. I can see where it is on this thin one, and I can see it on the gessoed surface as well as all the other surfaces. Okay, let's see about some dark green. Let's add some dark green in the tree. Some shadows or something. Maybe just a little around the edge. It works fantastic over the white gesso. Not surprisingly, we're doing all right on the gel medium. And the clear gesso is also showing up fantastic. Let's see about our really thick application. I don't know how thick I got it in the tray, but this orange was super thick. It looks a little brown, but that's because this one's somewhat translucent. So of course green and the orange are going to make kind of a brown, but I don't see a problem with putting it on here. Let's put some bushes here in the background. Oh, some mountain bushes. I have no idea. Wow, I'm pretty surprised that I think this was my light green here. I'll just go over the edge so you can kind of see what that is. Alright, yellow, I don't think it's going to show. What about over the white gesso? Yeah, ooh, well, you can kind of see a difference there. Like, I'm lightening things up. Ooh, like, maybe the sun's coming over here. But this is not going to be too amazing. Pretty interesting. It seems to work with the Pitt pens over it. You're not going to get anything majorly opaque, but that's because this is an ink here. Should we try some colored pencils? We have a Derwent drawing in moss green here. Very curious about... Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Okay, wow. It just goes over this pretty nicely. It's like something similar to gouache, I would think, how it goes. Yeah, the Derwent drawing's pretty cool. Put some bushes there in the background. Wow. Okay, what about Prismacolor? Try that one. It's going over. I don't know how... It's not as impressive as the Derwent drawing. I kind of think, you know, if it went over that, it's going to go over the thinner ones. This one just disappears here, but it is a lighter color. Let's try something else. We have a Caran d'Ache Luminance in dark English green. So, and it's kind of scratchy. I don't know. Interesting. It is going down here. I think I would use it over here, but... Oh, why did I put green on there? How about sepia? I put dark green on my tree shadow there. I'll put some sepia in there. Oh yeah. Okay. That seems to be working just fine. And I imagine it'll do just fine on the gessoed surface. Gel medium, it's a little slippery, but Prismacolor is a bit waxy, so, and the gel medium is like an acrylic surface. It still goes on. You see, try them. But I'm just feeling like it's more slippery. So yeah, you can see that goes on just fine. The Caran d'Ache. I don't think I have a white Caran d'Ache, but what do I have in the white department? Well, here's a nice white Prismacolor. I'm gonna just add some of my cloud back in, maybe some details, maybe define the edges. That's something I might do a lot with a colored pencil afterwards. Heck, let's put in a white bird. Well, we're not going to get very... Oh, look! Use your imagination. That's a white bird. Alright, I'm impressed so far. I was thinking, well, I did say it seems more like acrylic, but I'm not seeing anything that's interfering because it is an oil, claimed to be an oil product. Let me know in the comments if you work with oils. Like, would you have been able to do any of that with any of those things? Because I don't work with oils, so I don't know. I have some Neocolor 2s here. Let me see. Why don't we play with the water and add some color? I'm just being a bit indecisive. So, I mean, it can go over it, but I don't know how stable it would be, because it seems to stay put, relatively speaking, if you don't go rubbing your fingers over it. This river here, or water, is very green. Why don't we make it more blue and see what happens? Okay, so these are water soluble. I wasn't really thinking about, whoops, adding water to it. That's a lot. But hey, why not? Wow. It's the word of the day. Wow. That seems to go on no problem. What about over gel medium? Let's see. No problem. Well, I'm just being very messy here. Let's change our mind here and try to get rid of some of that. Went out of the lines and everything. So that's going to need to dry again, but I imagine I can just go right on top of it again with anything that I could go over the Caran d'Ache with. Let's do some grass green. How about on the clear gesso? Maybe I didn't like this color that much. And I want to add some brighter color over the top of it. Let's see what happens. So it's definitely like just a kind of a transparent medium over the top. But, you know, if you had put it on thin enough, like this one I didn't do too thick, you can layer over the top with other things, such as the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2. I don't like me going over the tree there, and you can remove it quite easily as well. Interesting. Okay, should we try, I have these Jane Davenport pens. I don't have a ton of colors, but ew, this one's a very dark blue. Ooh, so maybe we just want to go into the mountain a bit and add some shadows. I don't know. And over the thick, I mean, it's going on it, but does that add to it? I don't know. Okay, I don't even know what these are made of, but that was just kind of a curious thing, and I don't really have any other color that I probably want to put on there. Oh, well, that's kind of greenish. we're just gonna, for the sake of experimentation, add some weird green in the background. And I'll go over the edge so that I can know. Oh no, these guys are crazy. What is happening here? Okay, I don't know. They're being very aggressively wet. So I've got a giant splotch now, dried pretty quickly, over my sort of cute little leafy thing. Let's see if we can hide that. We'll throw some red. Oh, the bush is on fire. Maybe this was the crazy one. We're gonna make some flowers here or something. No, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna ignore that right now. Random. Okay, we've got a couple acrylic markers, and I would be shocked if these don't go over just fine. And I'm saving the Neocolor ones because I feel like they're a final layer. But let's just go and see. What color is this? It's crimson. This weirdo bush, we're gonna put some crimson in there. I don't know what's happening there. It's not looking good. Ah, I'm getting on me. Yeah, that can go right over the thick layers. My tree is lost here. Well, the crimson looks kind of nice actually on the tree. Ooh, I like that. Is it crimson or is it a oaky brown? Okay, and so let's see. This was the white gesso. Give some branches in there. And I didn't like that, so I'm gonna have to change that later. Not bad. We'll just go over here. Yep, the acrylograph. Perfect. Violet. Why did I pick this color? Put some in the mountain. Okay, that's going over fine, but it is dominating. I don't want to do too much of that. Well, because it's gonna acrylic and it's just gonna, yeah, I don't like that. That's good enough for the test, right? Maybe I needed a white. I can do that in the clouds and feel safe. And then I have a blue here. Is this a very different blue? Yes. Very different than what I've got in anywhere in my painting. Try this one. Whoa, that's a big one. It's sparkly too. But you can, ooh, not too bad. If I throw that in the water and spread it around, it's weird. I don't know what I did there. I don't like that, but alright, that seems to work just fine. Let's save our water here. I have a few colors in the new color too. What is this one? This one is Prussian blue. Not gonna be able to put much over there because I did the other stuff. Very interesting. Okay, is there anything I didn't try on here that you'd like to see? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I can... I like the possibilities for this medium. I'm not really sure. The oil is just kind of a question mark. Like, what even is in there that's oil? Because I'm not seeing it. But as far as using it for mixed media, that makes it pretty easy to do all kinds of stuff. So, pretty fun. I hope you like seeing this little exploration. And as always, if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, help out with that algorithm, and I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Bye!